The anatomy of emotions. Emotions are complex psychological and physiological states that play a central role in human experience. They influence decision-making, behavior, relationships, and overall well-being. Understanding the anatomy of emotions involves exploring their biological, psychological, and social dimensions. 1. What are emotions? Emotions are multifaceted experiences that arise in response to internal or external stimuli. They consist of three primary components. 1. Subjective experience, the personal, internal feeling, for example, joy, sadness, anger. 2. Physiological response, bodily reactions such as increased heart rate, sweating, or changes in breathing. 3. Behavioral expression, outward expressions like facial expressions, body language, or actions. 2. The biological basis of emotions. Emotions are deeply rooted in brain activity and bodily systems. Key brain regions. 1. Amygdala. O plays a critical role in processing emotions like fear and aggression. O involved in detecting threats and triggering fight or flight responses. 2. Prefrontal cortex. O regulates emotional responses and helps with decision making. O balances impulsive reactions from the amygdala with rational thought. 3. Hypothalamus. O controls autonomic responses, such as changes in heart rate or sweating, during emotional states. 4. Hippocampus. O links emotions to memories, helping contextualize emotional responses. Neurotransmitters. Dopamine, associated with pleasure and reward. Serotonin, regulates mood and emotional stability. Oxytocin, promotes bonding and feelings of trust. Cortisol, released during stress, influencing emotional intensity. 3. The psychological dimension. Emotions are influenced by cognition and perception. Cognitive appraisal theory. Emotions arise from how we interpret events rather than the events themselves. Example, two people may feel differently about a public speaking event, one excited, the other anxious, depending on their perception. Emotional regulation involves strategies to manage and modify emotional reactions. Techniques include mindfulness, reappraisal, and suppression. Primary versus secondary emotions. 1. Primary emotions. Universal and innate, for example, happiness, sadness, fear, anger. Appear early in life and are shared across cultures. 2. Secondary emotions. Complex and socially influenced, for example, guilt, pride, embarrassment. Develop with cognitive and social maturity. 4. Social and cultural influences. Emotions are shaped by social norms and cultural contexts. Cultural display rules. Societies have rules about how emotions should be expressed. Example, in some cultures, expressing anger openly is frowned upon, while in others, it may be seen as assertive. Interpersonal impact. Emotions can spread through social interactions, a phenomenon known as emotional contagion. Example, a group may collectively feel energized or subdued based on shared emotional dynamics. 5. The functions of emotions. Emotions serve adaptive and survival purposes. 1. Communication. Facial expressions and body language convey feelings, aiding social interactions. 2. Decision making. Emotions provide shortcuts for evaluating options and risks. 3. Motivation. Positive emotions encourage action, while negative emotions highlight areas needing attention or change. 6. Understanding emotional dysregulation. Emotional imbalances or difficulties in regulation can lead to mental health challenges. Anxiety disorders, depression, or emotional instability may result from an overactive amygdala or dysregulated neurotransmitters. Therapy methods, such as cognitive behavioral therapy, CBT, or dialectical behavior therapy, DBT, focus on improving emotional awareness and regulation. 7. How to foster healthy emotional functioning. 1. Mindfulness practices. Techniques like meditation enhance emotional awareness and resilience. 2. Physical activity. Exercise regulates stress hormones and boosts mood enhancing neurotransmitters. 3. Social connections. O. Supportive relationships provide emotional stability and understanding. 4. Journaling. O. Writing about emotions helps process and clarify feelings. Conclusion. Emotions are intricate mechanisms that connect the brain, body, and environment. By understanding their anatomy and function, we can develop strategies to harness their power, regulate them effectively, and build deeper connections with ourselves and others.